A live stream?
What?
We have not done this since what? June?
It's been a minute. We have not gone live, but you know what? We
Well,
like
the
to,
1 year anniversary. But before that, it was I think it was June.
yeah. We like to spice it up and surprise people every now and again. So surprise!
It's easier to do Big Brother in a live stream. So, welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, Sizzling Gay. Gay, we are actually drinking tea today. I've started making those crack teas that are going around TikTok. Have you seen those?
I have.
We've talked about it. Yeah, so this is a black cherry lemonade black tea situation. It's pretty good.
That's good. Sounds delicious. I'm simply drinking water out of my little, water. Because you're hydrated. But, wait, first let me introduce myself. I'm Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea, because you know I love me some tea, period. So if you have the tea, you know what to do, hit me up. And I'm, like I said, drinking water. I didn't have any tea. I just really ran in the door, jumped in the shower, came in, and got ready for this. But, if I did have tea, I would be drinking it out of my cup, mug, period.
I'm never prepared. Hold on. Oh, I found it.
Yay! If you want your own merch, you know what to do. Hit me up at Lana's Creation of my Etsy shop. You can get the cup, and we have cup hats, and soon we'll have cup shirts and cup sweatpants. Very soon.
I'm giving Lana so much of my money, and I'm thrilled.
I love it.
I'm truly thrilled. We are here. It is the weirdest season of Big Brother, and we're talking about BB Can season 11, the double premiere that literally almost no one is talking about. But we're gonna stick on this BB Can train for about as long as we're entertained by things. Who knows? Yeah, it's weird.
It's the no live feeds for me. The no live feeds has just made interest in watching this show, because look, we all know Big Brother shows you what they want to show you, and that's every Big Brother. Is you don't get the stuff that you really want to see, and all the game talk and all the interesting stuff, because that's live feeds. And for people like myself and Logan, we like live feeds. We watch live feeds all the time. Me, like last season of Big Brother in 24, even though we stopped podcasting about it, I watch live feeds constantly, because I just like hearing the other stuff, seeing what they don't want us to see. And so, I don't know. It's weird.
Did you see that on the BB Can website when they posted? Well, you probably didn't see it because you didn't see the first digital daily, where they were like, "Missed the live feeds." I'm like, okay, so then what are y'all trying to do here? Like, it makes me think that something was so last minute about the live feed removal. Because we didn't get that announcement until like a week and a half, 2 weeks prior.
Right.
Something like that. I will say I've watched a little bit of the digital daily. I think it was like 3 or 4 hours for the first one. And I'm going to be honest, like, it's not the absolute worst thing ever. I wish we had live feeds. but what is shown was actually pretty decent content. And we have a pretty good idea of the house dynamics from one like 3-hour sort of clip. I think it can get better, but I do agree. I mean, I wish we had live feeds.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had them because it would be a lot better.
And I can look in and check in and see how Daniel is doing because that's who I want to see anyway. And you are not allowing me to stalk the person I want to see on the
Literally.
live feeds because we don't have them. And
Yeah.
yes, I'm still standing Daniel, period.
Oh yeah, we are fans and friends of Daniel. We will be biased towards Daniel. When I tweeted out this link, I literally said, "Come watch us talk about every single moment Daniel was on TV." And there
Period.
weren't that many because
On
well, I was gonna say there's 16, but now there's only 15. We'll talk about it.
we'll talk about that.
But yeah, it's I mean, I don't think it's going to be. I don't know how much the like viewership in Canada is going to drop because let's be honest, most of the Canadian fans are casuals. We exist in a very small microcosm of the Big Brother Canada fandom, but BB Can producers decided to piss off this specific microcosm. And so not a lot of people are watching. And I'm going to be honest, this double premiere wasn't like the absolute best thing in the world.
No.
Things are kind of turning out so far the way that, we kind of expect it to in BB Can. And we'll talk about it. But I mean, the premiere episode itself, I enjoyed it.
Sure. I mean, everybody
Um,
came in looking very expensive and, like
expensive.
they looked
For
amazing. The
sure.
house. Let's talk about this house.
I was going to bring up the house as well. This is my favorite house design in years.
BBUS could never.
No.
This house is amazing. The theme is amazing throughout the house. It's giving us opulence. It's giving us, who done it mystery mansion type vibes. I love this house. I love that the theme is the theme. We know what the theme is. It's very clear. And
Yeah.
it's just giving I could just like luxuriate in that house. I love that house.
I think, if I'm thinking about it, I think this might be my third or fourth favorite BB Can house. Because my favorite is always going to be 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Heaven and Hell. Like, that was my favorite house design. And then my second favorite is actually BB Can 4. For as much as I don't love the season, I love the Vegas theme house.
Mm-hmm. I just really like this house. I love the whole grand the staircase, even though they always have a staircase, but they made it more like grand staircase, and the big HOH door. That's just
Yeah.
and every room is just a gorgeous room, and I wouldn't sleep in any
Yeah.
like at some rooms in Big Brother you'd be like, "Ooh, I don't like that room. I wouldn't want to sleep in that room." I think I would sleep in every room. Wouldn't mind any room.
Yeah. Because we've got what? It's the pink.
Mm-hmm.
The pink
Flamingo or
flamingo, and then the purple parrot or something like
parrot, or
that
something
is the
like that.
bedrooms. Yeah, I really enjoy this. We get, the opening montage clip. It's always a good they're like Australian Survivor in that it's always going to be good production value when you get
Yes.
the edited intro, whatever.
Yes.
Um,
Cinematography people.
the
Very good.
cinematography is everything. We do get, a peek into the season. There is this like invitation twist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the secret room twist that they always tend to do. So there's some invitation on a journey, is what our good old narrator was saying, I don't know his name, and I wish I did, because he's a great narrator.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arissa, purple jumpsuit.
Kill
Arissa
it.
always looks amazing.
Arissa always slays. She doesn't look. She doesn't have a bad look to me. Even when she wears those weird big baby doll type, like weird.
Oh, I love those.
They always look amazing on her. She could
Yeah.
do no wrong.
Truly. No, she has the body and the figure and like the face to just pull off anything, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, house guests come in. I don't remember the groups that they came in with. I'm gonna be honest. All I do remember is, unfortunately, Kuzi was the first person to walk into the house.
I don't know if that's the same curse in Big Brother Canada.
It has been so far.
Has it?
The only time in North American Big Brother that's been broken is Tamar. Tamar is the only one. So,
well, it's time for another thing to be broken. Just saying.
But Daniel.
But Daniel.
So I remember the first 4 in. It was Kuzi. It was Zach.
It was Jonathan.
His intro. Was
it? No, Jonathan? It was Ty.
It was Ty. Claudia. What? Or no? It was Santina.
No, was it? Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was Santina. And the 4 of them immediately go,
we're gonna keep each other safe.
Got each other, and I'm like, oh god.
No, you don't. You don't ever have each other.
No, you won't.
But whatever.
Whatever. So everybody comes in. We're doing the niceties. Whatever. Daniel comes in looking like a snack.
I love Daniel.
I was gonna say, other than Daniel, favorite looks, Lana.
Kuzi looked amazing.
Absolutely.
Kuzi. Hi, DM Rocks. We see you. Period. I liked. I'm not gonna lie. Ty's red jacket. Mm-hmm. I was feeling the red jacket.
I'm liking Ty.
I'm liking Ty as well.
I'm liking Ty so far.
Out of this first group that came in, Ty and Kuzi, I'm liking them. Santina and Zach, not so much.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. I can't even remember. I think that might have been Santina with the black plunging neckline dress. And
I believe it was.
That was a cute too. That was a cute dress too, by the way. But
Shania, I think, also looked really good.
Yes.
I like Shania was wearing. Mm-hmm. I like Shania.
I like Shania too.
I like
she
Shania.
Said, you call me Nene. I was like, okay, Nene.
Wait, who was it?
Hope.
No, who was after? Was it Zach?
Oh,
and you can call me Nene too.
Nene too. And I was
I think it was Zach. I laughed out loud on that.
I laughed at that, but
I laughed at that. Hope is something.
Hope is a lot. Hope is I don't want to say what I want to say because, okay, as a resident Black woman on this panel, Hope is a lot. And I feel like he's just doing too much. Like, he's shucking and jiving for the man every chance he gets. Like, you ain't got to dance I mean, I understand you like to dance. And nothing's wrong with liking to dance. Because you can dance. But my God, man. Like, when Shania said, you can call me Nene, and he did the Nene, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. But later on in the episode, when he was doing, it was just, oh my God, Vanessa, look, when they did the fashion show and
I thought that was so cute. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. I would have cringed if it was for anyone but Vanessa. Honestly.
I just feel like I think he's just doing, I'm sorry. I just think he's just shucking and jiving for the man. But it's
Yes,
okay.
he
If it's
is.
gonna keep you in the house, you do what you gotta do. I understand. That's just my personal opinion. Um,
He's adaptable.
yes,
Remember, he's adaptable.
he's adaptable.
Oh boy, we'll talk about it, DM Rocks, because I'm frustrated.
I
We'll
don't
talk
like
about
this
it.
woman.
I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
I said in our cast assessment that Santina was not going to get along with certain people. I did name Kuzi as one of those people.
You did.
I did.
I
Go check
feel
out our
like
cast.
she's very insecure when it comes to another woman who might be just as beautiful as she is, or maybe even more, and she
Yeah.
don't know how to handle it. But okay, we'll talk
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah. So they're exploring, they get their winners bags, one of the 47,000 sponsors of this season. Because
Oh my god.
so that also leads me to why I actually think live feeds were cut, because I
Uh huh.
think it has something to do with
Oh,
sponsors.
it definitely had to do with sponsors because they don't want the sponsors don't want anything that might be problematic to be on something that they're sponsoring. So
Which
they was like,
sponsor do you think it was? I think it was HelloFresh.
I think it was HelloFresh too because HelloFresh already had some problematic issues when they had Leah Michelle and they had to get rid of her, snatch her up out of it.
Uh-huh.
So I think it might be HelloFresh. Circle K wouldn't care. I don't think Circle K would even.
I don't think no. Did you see the Circle K ads though? They're kind of cute.
I kind
They
of
have
like.
they have
Look,
BB specific ones. I thought those were really cute. But
I am a fan of Circle K. By the
love
way,
it.
I go to Circle
Love
K
Circle K.
every day. Well, almost
Love
every day to get ice and stuff. I have a big Circle K cup. I do.
somewhere.
So love Circle K. I mean,
Truly.
Circle K. If you want to sponsor the cup,
I would cry.
I would
That
love
would be
it, and
great.
I would love it because we love
I
you,
will
Circle K.
wear I will wear a Circle K shirt as opposed to I found the only Big Brother adjacent thing that I own in clothing, and it's my Are You Bitches Conspiring Against Me shirt that I
Oh,
haven't worn in a long time.
we love that.
I did buy her merch before we found out that she was kind of crazy. But it's a very comfortable t-shirt, and I think I only paid like $25 for it. So
Love.
it's
I mean,
comfortable.
hey, she's redeeming herself every now and again. So
Very that. Very that. So Arissa pops on, we find out all the stuff, and she reveals the first big twist of the season, dead last.
dead last.
Where if you come dead last in an HOH competition, you are automatically on the block as a third nominee.
Yeah, I gagged when I heard that. I was like,
Me too.
what?
I'm I'm of a few minds about it because I think immediately to endurance challenges where maybe some people that aren't skinny, people that are not twigs, people that don't have giant show muscles, those people almost always tend to the older house guests, let me say that too, they tend to fall off early. And so, you know, it feels a little unfair. I then also think of like mental competitions where maybe the big buff strongman can't do a puzzle to save his life and he ends up last.
Mm-hmm.
So, in all reality, I know there's a lot of people that don't like this twist. I don't dislike the twist yet
Well,
until we find out the scope of what the HOHs are going to be this year. I'm holding out because, like, we're not going to be able to get the elimination comp with the buttons. Like, that's not going to be a possible competition.
mm-hmm.
It's going to be really difficult to do any like hallway competitions because what if like 4 people tie for dead last?
Mm.
So it like severely limits the HOH competitions that they can do.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just adds more to like more elements to an HOH comp when it doesn't need it. But I don't know. I'm holding out hope until we see what the rest of the comps are.
I agree. I understand. Yeah, because like I would hate to be in that house and then they say it's an endurance comp and you have to hold on for dear life. And I know being my 43-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
44-year-old fat self has no upper
Mm-hmm.
body strength and my
Yeah.
knees are bad. So I'm down first, dead last, always.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they won't have endurance for HOHs. Maybe they save those for vetoes. I don't know.
BB Can is known to do both for both. Like they're
Oh, right.
so I mean you never know. But um what we do see is that we get the first competition of the season and it is in pairs
Mm-hmm.
and everybody has to pick their pair literally knowing these people for like maybe an hour, maybe.
Maybe.
um so I don't really remember anything else happening other than the comp, so I guess we can go to the comp.
Yeah.
So I
Sure.
don't remember what it was called, but
All I know was invitations and pieces of puzzles, and
yeah.
yeah.
And then people got stuck in a net.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, one person on the ground has to untie all their puzzle pieces, and then they have to, once they have all of those, they have to transfer a key to the person on the top who opens the hatch, then gets all the puzzle pieces, throws them down, throws themselves down into this like net that is really like jumbled up, and a lot of people struggled with.
A lot of
A
people.
lot of people struggled with it. And then solve an envelope puzzle
Mm-hmm.
that also a lot of people struggled
Struggled
with.
with.
Oh
I
boy.
was very surprised by that.
Yeah, I was too, because literally you just look up to the name placard. Plus, wouldn't you know that, like, if I'm looking at this puzzle, let's just say that if I'm looking at this puzzle, I know that the big red piece
It's definitely in the middle.
is a seal to
Mm-hmm.
an envelope.
Exactly.
Anyway, we're going. Renee and Shania are actually the first people to get their pieces. It's very quick. So it's Renee and Shania, Santina and John Michael, and then Rob and Hope and Ty and Zach get their pieces very quickly. And then Daniel and Anika are in it kind of as well. And then we get we get like, it comes down to whether Santina and John Michael or Rob and Hope
Mm-hmm.
are going to win the comp. And we see Santina kind of having to reassure. Was it Santina that didn't want? Santina wanted to throw, right? Or was
John
it John
Michael
Michael?
wanted to throw.
That's what I thought. John Michael wanted to throw, and Santina was like, "Well, no, it's a really good opportunity to like see where people stand." Clearly, she wanted to win the first HOH, and he did not.
Right. Clearly.
And I honestly think, given what we know now, maybe they should have had the opposite opinions of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But Santina and John Michael end up winning the comp. So they both now have the opportunity to compete for HOH. And then we're still going because we have to find a dead last. And that's
Yes.
where we get the cliffhanger from Wednesday. We're going on to Thursday, where the competition is still going. And when we jump back in here, we see Amal and Kuzi struggling with the net. Kuzi is stuck in that net. Vanessa is stuck in the net. Shania is stuck in the net. Claudia is stuck in the net. Everybody's stuck in the net. And they don't know how to just spin the net
and get them out.
And get them out. But, you know, we're sitting here on the internet talking about the competition. We probably both would have struggled in it too.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we said, Santina and JM win the comp. Rob and Hope do come in second. to nobody's surprise, they both seem like people that want to win comps regularly. So, sure. Similarly, Ty and Zach then come in third. Zach was very thrilled about being on the podium. And I'm going to be honest right now, I don't like Zach. I'm not surprised by that fact whatsoever.
He just seems so slimy. Like, he just seems like he gives me used car salesman vibes.
I was about to say the same thing. But remember who our car salesman was last year, and we kind of liked him.
Kevin, no.
No, Herman.
Oh, Herman was like a used car salesman, but he wasn't the sleazy used car salesman. He's the used car salesman that I will actually buy the car from.
Because he's an actual car salesman.
Right. But Zach reminds me of a very bad caricature of a used car salesman. Like him and his, it's just something about him that's not sitting well with my spirit. I just cannot. And usually I'd be like, ugh, the straight white man. It really has nothing to do with the fact that he's a straight white man that I don't like him. The fact that I don't like him is because he just seems so disingenuous. Like everything about him seems so fake. Like, and I get he's trying to play the game. Like even his genuine connections don't seem genuine to me. And that's just me. It could be 100. He could be 100% real with these people and who he's, aligning himself with, and be cool with them. It just doesn't seem. I feel like he would cut those same people off in a second. And maybe that's the game, and that's fine if that's what he does. I just don't like him. I'm not a fan.
He knows he's on television.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's him in his daily life. Like I really feel like he's just that guy who thinks, like he always say he's a celebrity in Ottawa. Like first of all,
when he called himself the Kim K of Ottawa,
I was like,
Lana.
Boy, bye. I was like, I cringed. He was like, really, the Kim K of Ottawa.
And based on the edit of episode 2, I can tell that he's already a person that production likes, and it just frustrates me. Like, why? Why do you like him?
Probably.
Anyway,
I don't like him.
Daniel and Anika coming fourth. Thank God. Not last.
Not last.
Good for you, Daniel. Amal and Kuzi get their stuff together. They got out of the net, and they come in a respectable 5th. Dan and Vanessa end up coming through in 6th, and it's really a showdown now between Claudia and Jonathan and Renee and Shania.
I was very shocked at how flopped Jonathan was at this. Like Jonathan was a flop.
He is not a puzzle master.
No. Not at all.
I would say equally as much Claudia, because we get a confessional from her in the diary room where she's like, I love puzzles. I do puzzles all the time. Puzzles are great. And then 5 seconds later, I can't understand this puzzle. I'm like, Renee and Shania don't even have an issue with the puzzle. They can't get out of, they're still in the net. For all we know, Shania might still be in the net. And that's why there's no live feeds, because Shania's in the net still. No, we know she's not in the net. But no, it is wild how things turned out. Claudia ends up putting it together, saving both herself and Jonathan from going to the dead last competition. And Renee and Shania end up dead last. They are going to the dead last competition, where one of them will be the dead last, and one of them will be 15th place this week. In the competition.
Yeah.
So I did like the comp. I thought it was a cute comp. I've seen it elsewhere. perhaps on an online live recorded reality game that we may or may not have talked about.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway. A lot of this episode 2 stuff is just like we're establishing, the connections, the alliances. JM is immediately like, I'm going to be sussing people out because there's a chance I could be head of household. So I'm going to start doing things. Meanwhile, Zach is immediately like, JM has the best knowledge of Big Brother. I can already tell.
So,
how we came to this determination? Who knows? Anyway. But Santina is not without her, acting like she's already HOH. Her and Hope have a conversation in the pantry, and Hope is like, well, I can't chill, and Santina's like, you should chill though. And it felt like, from Hope's interview, it felt like the whole adaptable thing again. I'm just like, why are we still saying chill? Like, I understand Hope doesn't know this game, but like, when someone who could be in power tells you to chill, I would maybe chill. Especially because it's day one. It is still day one at this point. So, I don't know. We see some budding potential duos, showmances, situations, one of which being one I enjoy very much, Ty and Kuzi. Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan of this. Like, if that happens, I would be very much invested in the Taikuzi of it all. The Taikuzi of it all. I would be very much invested in that.
Very. The other one that kind of emerges, we don't really see anything major out of it, being Shania and Rob. I mean, Shania feels like the kind of girl to go in and get in a showmance. Rob said he wanted a showmance. So, here we are. A showmance, maybe.
Both of them are two good-looking people.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
They're young, they're single, they're free to do what they want to do. If that's what it causes, but just be careful.
Yeah. What we see a lot of in this episode is we see the emergence, and we'll talk about it when we get to the Digital Daily, the emergence of this Bros Alliance. Shocker, it's Bros Alliance.
I'm so grossed out by that.
We see Ty and Rob talking, and Ty is saying that John Michael is a threat. We see Ty, Zach, and Johnny talking, and they're kind of like a 3-person situation, and Zach says that he's unsure about Kuzi.
Which Ty quickly jumps in and is like, I'm cool with her.
What do you mean? I think she's fine.
I'm like, yes, Ty, protect Kuzi at all costs.
But we also see very early on that the ladies fully recognize what is happening, specifically Claudia and Renee. We see them talking about this boys alliance. The boys are all together. It's been 2 days. The boys are hanging out nonstop. And then later, Claudia straight up asking Zach, so what's going on with your bromance? I knew I would like Claudia.
I'm not mad at Claudia at all. I'm
not mad at Claudia.
Wait, she did it so like right out the blue that he was stunned. He had no idea what he was like. What?
Is that obvious?
Is that obvious? Is that what people think? Is that what people are saying? I'm like,
the difficulty here is that we're seeing Zach being very in with the bros, but we're also seeing Zach's confessionals where he's saying, I didn't necessarily want to walk into the house and get into this bros thing. And now I'm already day 2 being associated with this bros alliance that I didn't really ask for. Like, I wasn't gung-ho about aligning with the bros going in, but I guess now maybe that's the path I need to take. And I'm like, it's day 2. You can still align with literally anyone except for one person we'll talk about shortly. But like, you can literally still align with 14 people. Like, there are 14 different options.
But this is what bothers me with that. Because sit there and say, I didn't want to come in here and align myself with the boys and the bros alliance or whatever. But you started those conversations with the bros. Like, what are you talking about? Obviously, you came in there doing what you wanted to do. You came in there and migrated to the guys because that's who you wanted to talk to. And that's who you wanted to align with. So don't get in confessionals and try to put one over on Canada, the people of Canada and the viewers, and be like, oh, I didn't want this. It just fell into my lap. No, you sought it out. That's what you did. You ain't finna sit here and gaslight me, Mr. Man. I'm sorry. I'm not falling for your, that's not what I wanted to do when that's what you went in there and did. If you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't go do it.
Yeah. In the words of Gia Gunn from Drag Race, what you want to do isn't necessarily what you're gonna do.
Period.
So,
period.
We've now come to the point in our program that I'm dubbing. I don't have a name for it yet, but like the Daniel moment.
Mm-hmm.
I want something alliterative, but I can't think of it.
Let's talk Dan.
Let's talk Dan. So it's time for Let's Talk Dan. And he finds the Circle K room.
Period.
And I'm like, of course.
Yeah. Of course he does.
He's like, I want to walk around and, I want to explore the house. And I'm like, yes, as you should, King.
Anybody, yes, kings do king things. Mm-hmm.
That Circle K room is kind of cute, though, I'm not going to lie. I know it looks basically the same as last season's room. That was that same room. But, and that
it has snacks.
It has what?
Snacks.
Oh, yeah.
It has snacks.
If I walked into that room and saw unlimited bags of all dressed chips, Lana, screaming.
Baby, that's what I'm saying.
Have you had all dressed chips?
I've not had all dressed.
Oh, they're so good.
I mean,
it's like a salt and vinegar and a barbecue together.
Oh,
it's so good.
We don't have that down here.
They had them when I lived in Northern Arizona. There was one Walmart that stocked them for like 6 months.
Oh.
And I bought them out of them every opportunity I could. And they were the Ruffles ones, so they had the ridges, and they were so good.
Oh wow! No, I hadn't had.
Canadian friends, please send me all dressed chips. I will pay copious amounts of money. I will do it. And then we get what kind of is just a blip in the episode. We hear Lisa, I think is her name, one of the show producers.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name is Lisa. She pops in on the intercom system, and we find out that Amal did have to leave the game due to personal and family reasons. We don't know what they are, nor do I really care, if I'm being honest. But I wish nothing but the best for Amal and her family. I wish we would have gotten to see her play more.
Yes.
And I hope that she does get another opportunity at some point in the future to play, seeing as how she is such a super fan. I hope we get to see that from her.
I do too. I was very sad. I'm like, so this is why we need live feeds. Because we didn't even see, her go into a room and come out and like I wanted to see but whatever it is, I am praying for Amal and her family. I hope she is well. I hope they are well. And yeah, I definitely hope she gets the chance to come back at some point because she was a fan, a super fan of this show, and I think she would have did some really good things in the show.
And I really liked her. Just from the little bit we got to know about her, I really like her. So
Me too. Me too.
her family or whoever is running her Twitter account did like thank everybody for their thoughts and all of that. But yeah, unfortunate. Amal, first person to leave. And we didn't, for once, get an elimination in these first two episodes as well, Lana. We didn't talk about that. Arissa says right off the bat, no one's going home week one. I kind of love it. Big fan. But where are we at? So we're getting this conversation in the pantry, and we find out that Kuzi hates pickles. You're muted, Lana. Yeah, Kuzi hates pickles. I like pickles.
Not me muted.
Yeah, you were muted. You're muted again.
Would you unmute? Okay, thank you. It wouldn't unmute.
Good.
I like pickles
I'm
too.
glad you're unmuted now.
Wait, I like pickles too. And so I was like, well, Kuzi, I like pickles. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I subconsciously thought about grabbing pickles because I needed a snack before this, and I didn't, and I'm mad about it because then I could just say hi. There's a jar of pickles, but there's not. Is this
okay.
where we get the Dan Zach JM convo?
I don't know. I just spilled water in my bed. Sorry.
Oh, no.
That's terrible.
Well, I'll go to there. So JM thinks he can trust Zabo, and he can trust Zach, and tells them that if he wins HOH, he's going after the big guys, which is not. I mean, JM even says like, "Oh, I'll tell everybody in this house I'm going after the big guys," and I'm like,
well,
you're supposed to be a super fan,
right? You're supposed to be someone. I mean, I understand you not being scared to make big moves, but my God, you have to be smart about it. When you just can't go telling everybody everything.
Frustrating.
But I was very like, what?
Why don't you wait until you win the HOH?
Right. Just you might want to wait.
Yeah. So we do see as well, right before the competition, JM and Santina do agree that they're going to keep each other safe. Whether that rings true, we will talk about when we discuss the digital dailies.
Digital dailies, yes.
We're going to move to the HOH/Dead Last competition, which I believe was called On Hedge.
It was.
I love it. I love a pun name. I love it. So, you have to build a 3D puzzle of Kevin Jacobs. I'm like, how much of his $100,000 did Kevin have to pay them for these 3D models? Like, truthfully, I'm like, have we ever had a like season that is so like idolizing the previous winner?
No, but I will say this while we're on the topic before we jump into the competition. That picture of all the people in the past is rather creepy. I don't like it. It's creepy.
I also think that the season 11 house guest paintings are also creepy.
Yes, very much. I'm
Is
sorry,
it gonna
whoever.
be? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry, whoever did those paintings, and you're probably very talented. You're very
Sure.
talented, but I just find the paintings creepy.
What I'm wondering is, it looks like the way that they're mounted, it looks like there's like a light over them. Is the light gonna go off when they get evicted or something?
Maybe
Is Do we finally have a memory wall
memory
again?
wall. Maybe
Because they haven't had a memory wall on
and
Canada
for a while.
since 3.
I'm here for it if they do.
Because 3, they had the keys still.
Mm-hmm.
4, I don't remember them having keys, and I know they didn't on 5. So, I mean, if it's whatever form of memory wall we're getting this year, I'm fine with it.
Sure. The pictures are a
Sure.
little creepy, but sure.
Yeah. So they have to build a 3D model of Kevin Jacobs' upper body,
Yep,
basically.
shoulders and head. Mm-hmm.
And then you have to arrange your very
Hedges.
large hedges in order to drop a ball into Kevin's crown.
Yep.
This is a cute little comp.
It was cute. I actually liked it. I was like, "Oh, that's cute." I mean,
Yeah.
that puzzle would have drove me crazy, but once you figure out what side goes where, it's kind of easy. But it was cute. But the hedge, what I did not like about it, why did they use bouncy balls? Like, what happened to the balls just go clunk, 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 clunk? Why we
You
got
know
to
the
have
ones like what was her name? Tara, from the ones where she, like, in that like comeback comp that happened randomly at 4th for no reason. The fake double. Yeah, the fake double.
Yeah, what are those
Um
balls?
yeah, I'm like, hello? I don't know.
Like, I didn't like
Um
the bouncy balls because that just made that comp much longer than it needed to be.
yeah. What I did love was that Shania was the first to complete the puzzle. Um Santina and John Michael were very, very close. And obviously, it's Santina and John Michael competing for HOH, and Shania and Renee are competing to avoid being dead last. So, Santina and JM were pretty close the entire time
The entire time.
on the HOH side, just with like a few minor errors here and there. But eventually, Santina wins the competition, and she is the first HOH of the season. So, sure. And then Renee finally gets the puzzle.
Oh my God.
Oh, poor Renee.
Poor Renee in that puzzle. She was like, people go think I'm stupid. But then, not just because of the puzzle, but then she starts to put the hedge things together and she has her whole hedge turned the wrong way. So the first time she dropped that ball, it says, "Loop, bam," right off. Right off. And she was like, "Oh God, no!" Like, she realizes this is the thing. I like Renee. I kind of
Me
like her. I
too.
kind of think she's so funny and
Uh-huh.
weird, and she recognizes that she wasn't the best at this. And she was just like, "Oh my God, they gonna think I'm stupid because of this puzzle, because of this." But she
Yeah.
it's crazy. Shania had so much time to get her head lined up right. She made the mistake, she fixed it. She made the mistake, she fixed it. She had a lot of time. So
Yeah.
it was no doubt that Shania was going to win. And so Shania ended up
Yeah.
winning, which means Renee is dead last. So she is the automatic nominee for this week.
Yeah. So, as a reminder, she is the third nominee.
Yep.
Santina will still nominate
Two
two
people.
people for eviction. And if it's the same sort of setup as BB Can Past, which we assume it's going to be, it'll be the 3 nominees plus 2 people chosen at random for the veto competition, as the HOH doesn't compete in Canada anymore. So we will see what happens with that. So that was the episode. We leave off on everyone consoling Renee, all that kind of stuff. Now, we are going to talk briefly about the digital dailies. So if you do not want any spoilers on digital dailies, goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, comment,
Share.
subscribe, share, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said at the top, I didn't watch the whole thing. I want to give a major shout out to Taryn and Puya on RHAP, because while I did not watch the whole digital daily, I did watch their entire live stream this morning. So shout out to them. And I also do want to shout out our friend DM Rocks in the comments,
Mm-hmm.
kind of giving us the big synopsis on the majority of what we saw from the digital daily, is that there is this Five Guys alliance. I don't know if that's what they're being called or calling themselves, but it's basically all of the straight men minus Zabo are a 5-person alliance, and they talked about pulling in a lot of the women, specifically Shania, Renee, Santina, obviously because she's HOH, and Kuzi, meaning that this is currently a 9-person alliance. There is also talks that Zabo is kind of like an affiliate member of this alliance, but not fully in the alliance. It seems like he is the person that they will use as a number and discard if they have to. That's kind of the big alliance situation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know a whole lot else about the relationships between house guests themselves, other than there seems to be this disdain between Kuzi and Santina. Furthering on that, this sort of situation between Santina and Kuzi and JM, who seem to be getting close, which I do like those two together. I don't think both of them will make it out of this week, but I do like both of them together. Daniel seems to be kind of, doing his own thing. No one's really looking at Daniel, which thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because if this is going to be a bro off season,
Uh,
Daniel just needs to skate by as long as he possibly can.
and then
Uh,
win when he needs to.
win when he needs to. So of the people that are not in this like 10-person alliance, basically, it's JM and Daniel, and then Claudia. Vanessa has been talked about as someone that the guys like.
Mm-hmm.
So Vanessa might also be someone that's pulled in to this giant, literally house-wide alliance at this point. And then Anika is the only other person outside of that. What we know about noms, I don't know if noms have happened. I believe they might have happened this evening. But again, with no live feeds, we don't know what's happening. So we also don't know how frequently they're going to be updated, because originally the website said it was going to be Monday through Friday, and then they took Monday through Friday off of the website. So genuinely, who knows when we're going to get another digital daily. But the idea, as of the end of the digital daily, I hate this. I hate this so fucking much. I hate this. Anyway.
I don't know how you call anything dailies if you're not going to post it every day. So, but okay.
The idea is that Santina will be nominating Zabo and also potentially one of Kuzi or Anika. And from what I understand, the plan is to backdoor John Michael. So, and why Santina wanting to do this? Because that's what her All Male Alliance is telling her to do.
But see, this is the thing, and I don't know if they're thinking about this. Because your plan might be to backdoor John Michael. But what if Renee wins the veto? There's no replacement nominee for that. So if Renee wins the veto, takes to herself off the block as she should,
Yeah.
then what? You're going to leave Zabo and whoever, Kuzi or Nika on there, people you want to work with in your alliance?
I think some of the guys have discussed that, and I think in that case, or in the case of the veto not being used, they would get rid of Zabo. I believe is what was talked about. Again, I didn't do a whole lot of in-depth research into the daily because I didn't realize it was posted, really, if I'm being honest.
I didn't know where we were supposed to watch this, but okay.
It's on bigbrothercanada.ca,
Okay.
I think.
Well, I was busy working today, so I didn't have time to watch a digital daily. I'm sorry.
I happened to be awake and doing homework when RHAP was on, and I caught up the little bits throughout the day. But I mean, that's that. Week 1 down, and I don't know.
It is what it is, y'all. We will hopefully it'll pick up. We'll get more. Um, we'll get it'll get interesting, and we'll get more Daniel. We'll get more
Please, more
Daniel.
Daniel.
Because we got some confessionals. I was very happy to see that because anytime Daniel's on my screen, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They also changed the airing schedule. Not like it really matters for us because we're doing this live once a week on Fridays. But they're now airing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I don't hate it.
Not mad. Just
No.
I just have to figure out my schedule so I make sure I'm watching it.
Uh-huh.
Hey fam, to you too, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke. You caught us at the end, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, we'll be here guaranteed for as long as Daniel is in the house.
Yes. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's keep it real. We're going to keep it honest and keep it up front with y'all. As long as Daniel's in the house, we're here.
Yep.
After Daniel is gone, it depends on how we feel about the season up until that point.
And so far, it's a sausage fest.
Mm-hmm. But that's all, folks, because we got other things to do today. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think about this premiere, 2-night premiere. Leave your comments below. We love hearing what your thoughts are, and we love getting back to you guys. So let us know. Also, if you want to join this panel, if you want to talk about Big Brother Canada or any other reality shows that we cover, hit us up. Let us know, and we'll see about getting you in here. We love having other thoughts and other things. If you disagree with us, that would even be better because then we'll have something to debate about.
We would love to have more people to talk shit about there not being thieves. So, if you're mad, come talk with us.
Come talk with us.
And if you want your own, oh no, I lost it again. If you want your own cup, hi, there's a link. It's also going to be below somewhere, maybe, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Cheers to you, Lana.
Cheers to you, love. Bye-bye, you all. Bye. Bye. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
So long and farewell.